3 men, including a former Brink's employee, were arrested in Philadelphia for a brazen armored truck robbery that netted more than $2 million, marking the first in a series of similar heists in the area this summer. Daishaun Hughes-Murchison, Brian Wallace, and Trayvine Jackson face federal charges including robbery, interfering with interstate commerce, and use of a firearm in furtherance of a violent crime. Jackson has been ordered detained, while Wallace and Hughes-Murchison are awaiting detention hearings. The robbery occurred near a Home Depot in Philadelphia's Port Richmond neighborhood, where 2 men approached a Brink's driver walking along his scheduled route. Armed with AR-style rifles, the men forced the driver to the ground, seized his company-issued firearm and keys, and stole a substantial amount of cash from the armored truck. One suspect remained with the driver while the other accessed the vehicle. The perpetrators fled in a black Hyundai Sonata and were later joined by a third man in a silver Ford Fusion, surveillance footage shows. Investigators traced the Hyundai to Wallace, who returned it hours later, and the Ford Fusion to Hughes-Murchison. Cell phone data placed Wallace and Jackson at the car rental site and confirmed their presence near the robbery location. Jackson had previously worked for Brink's but was suspended and terminated following an internal investigation. The June 21 heist is the first of several recent incidents involving armored trucks in the Philadelphia area. A Loomis truck driver was targeted at an Aldi store in northeast Philadelphia days later, with gunmen fleeing with roughly $1,000. Another attempted Brink's robbery occurred outside a Dollar General, where suspects, including one armed with an AR-style rifle, failed to breach the truck's security system. A Brink's employee later fired at 2 men attempting a robbery in northeast Philadelphia, forcing them to flee without injuries. Police are also investigating an August 12 robbery in Cheltenham Township, a suburb of Philadelphia, where 2 suspects stole a large sum of cash from a Brink's vehicle outside an H-Mart store. One suspect was armed with an AR-15-style pistol, the other with a handgun, and both seized the driver's firearm before fleeing in a black Acura TLX, later recovered in West Philadelphia. Authorities estimated the stolen amount at $700,000 to $800,000 and are exploring possible links between this robbery and the previous 4 incidents. The series of heists has heightened concern over armored transport security across the region, prompting law enforcement to intensify investigations.